Long regarded as one of the 20th century's finest novels, Robert Penn Warren's All the King's Men earned the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. Its examination of identity, duty, and the fallout of personal choices through the lens of populist power is paired with a direct, realistic narrative voice suited to its political core. The story begins with Jack Burton recalling a drive to Mason City in 1933 alongside Willie Stark, his wife Lucy, and their son Tom. Jack drops them at their home and then joins Willie for a visit with Judge Irwin, an old acquaintance of Jack's father. Willie, having just appointed Jack as his chief aide, orders him to dig up dirt on Irwin, knowing that the judge will stand in the way of Willie's rise. Jack's memories slide back to 1922, when he was a reporter hoping to interview Willie Stark, then a county official, fighting the dishonest bidding for a new school building in Mason City. Willie's warnings are dismissed, the contract goes to the highest bidder, and during a school fire drill the faulty fire escapes collapse, killing several children. The tragedy transforms Willie into a local champion of the people. Jack and Willie grow closer. Before long, the regional political bosses ask Willie to run for governor. At first Willie is pleased, but he eventually realizes that his awkward public speaking is exactly what they want. He is meant to lose, so the machine's real favorite can sail to victory. When Willie drinks heavily for the first time, his inhibitions fall away and he speaks with unexpected force. The next morning, sick and ashamed, he dreads a campaign event. Jack gets him drunk again, and once more Willie's fiery rhetoric captivates the crowd. Willie tries again for the governorship later, and now experienced and confident, he wins easily, becoming a wildly successful leader. Jack joins him as his trusted operator. Jack later visits his wealthy mother, who has cycled through numerous romances and treats him strangely, though he barely questions it. It has always been that way. He muses about her early days with his father, Ellis Burton. Returning to the capital, Jack is unsettled by Willie's affair with his secretary and by corrupt dealings that contradict the ideals Willie once fought for. Yet Willie lays out a grand ambition, a modern hospital free to everyone in the state. When Lucy discovers Willie's infidelities, she separates from him but refuses divorce, aware of how it could damage Willie's political image. Jack thinks back on his academic years pursuing a doctorate. He had studied old papers tied to his father's family, especially those concerning his great-uncle Cass Mastern, a slave-owning planter before the Civil War. Cass had seduced his friend's wife. When the friend learned the truth, he killed himself. Cass's lover then sold a house slave who might reveal the scandal to men who intended to abuse her. Horrified by the consequences of his own sin, Cass tried to track the woman down, and when he failed, he devoted himself to undoing slavery, freeing his own slaves and helping them find lives as free citizens. Still, Cass died convinced of his own moral stain. Jack is shaken by this story, and it colors his attitude as he investigates Judge Irwin. He uncovers that Irwin's fortune originated in a payoff connected to a corruption case involving Ann Stanton, Jack's longtime love, her brother Adam, Jack's closest friend, and their father, former Governor Stanton. Willie wants Adam to run the new hospital, but Adam despises everything Willie stands for. Anne comes to Jack, pleading with him to persuade her brother. Jack intends to reveal Irwin's bribery, believing Adam will then see that righteous men are never as pure as they seem and accept the job to do good despite the rot around him. Anne is devastated by the revelation, but the strategy works. Adam becomes the hospital's director. Meanwhile, Anne herself slips into an affair with Willie. Jack retreats for a while, driving to California to brood over the chaos of his life. He devises a notion he calls the big twitch, that human behavior is nothing but random sparks of nervous energy, and that this lack of grand design makes all guilt easier to bear. Upon his return, Jack learns that Tom Stark has impregnated a girl out of wedlock, and Willie is being extorted to give the lucrative hospital contract to Gummy Larson in exchange for silence. Willie sends Jack back to Judge Irwin to exert pressure, but the confrontation takes an unexpected turn. Jack realizes from the judge's response and his mother's reaction that Irwin is actually his biological father. Unable to face exposure, Irwin ends his own life. Willie capitulates to the blackmail and awards the contract to Larson, but after Tom suffers catastrophic brain damage during a football game, Willie refuses to continue the deal. In retaliation, Larson has Adam told that Anne is sleeping with Willie. Adam, furious and betrayed, shoots Willie dead. Willie's driver, Sugar Boy, shoots Adam in response. Soon after, Tom also dies of his injuries. In the aftermath, Jack and Anne find their way back to each other and marry. They move in with Ellis Burden, and though Jack now knows Ellis is not his true father, he cares for him deeply. Jack prepares at last to leave the city behind and devote himself to writing a full account of the life of Cass Mastern and everything that legacy has come to mean. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.